Hello and welcome back once again to the Wrestling Rant. It is time for the SummerSlam predictions. The SummerSlam pay-per-view for 2014, and that will be this Sunday, August 17th, 2014, in, of course, its yearly home, Los Angeles, California, the Staples Center. They've been doing it there for the past several years. A couple years in a row now they've been doing it there. These are the predictions. My predictions. As I have said before, nothing appears to have been announced for the pre-show. Not even sure if they're doing one. Not like it matters. Pre-show's worthless anyways, even if there is a match. There hasn't been anything announced. However, I do have here written down a couple of possibilities that could happen. They could use as filler just to have something. And those two matches, one that I mentioned before, I think it was in the SmackDown video. Not sure. Fandango versus Adam Rose. This feud seems to be going on. It seems to have been going on for a while now. Fandango is still pissed off that Summer Rae and Layla keep coming out with these other guys, and it seems to be Adam Rose a lot. Well, actually, no. He was actually going against Diego of Los Matadores. So this prediction may be completely... I don't know. They might just do Diego instead of Adam Rose. Who knows? Don't know. I don't care. Let's just never mind that one. Another possibility, however, that they could do for the pre-show, even though they did something with the tag team titles on Main Event, I think it was with the Usos, the triple threat with Ryback and Sheamus and RVD. Even though they did that, the Usos could potentially defend the titles. I mean, it's not like they're doing anything else. They might as well do something. And to go along with that, I think a good possible opposing team for them to go against would be Stardust and Goldust, as the two of them have been off in their own little world talking about this cosmic key, saying that they have it, whoever the hell they is. So perhaps the cosmic key is the tag team titles, although I doubt that. That could happen. I don't know who the hell else the Usos would defend their titles against. Not like anybody would care either way. So that's really all the possibilities I have for the pre-show. Now let's get into the actual pay-per-view itself. The announced card that they have, as I said before, 7 different matches. And I already did say the matches. I didn't actually give out all of my predictions. I think I did give out a couple, but we'll go over them again just because. First up, we have Jack Swagger versus Rusev, the flag match. Now, as I have said before, multiple times as a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure Swagger's going to win this one. Pretty sure the only reason they booked it as a flag match was so Swagger could win without having to actually pin Rusev or make him tap out, which would actually be how Swagger would do it because he's got the Patriot lock. I'm going to crank on your ankle. I'm sure it probably hurts if you lock it in, the real way. But, kayfabe. So yeah, Swagger is my prediction here. I doubt this is going to be the end of Rusev's push, or I still think they're probably going to feed him to Cena at some point. It'll probably be couple months down the road, after Swagger wins the flag match, Swagger will piss off and probably fade him into obscurity, really. Either go back to being a heel and being irrelevant, or, I don't know, he might get a feud with somebody else. Rusev will probably keep doing his same old shtick, beating jobbers, you know. And then I think down the line, after Cena comes back from filming his movies, he'll come back, and probably Cena's first feud will be against Rusev to, you know, give Cena that I'm going to kill off this heel, and then I'm going to be built up so I can go back after the title. Although I really hope after Cena loses the title to Brock, because, yeah, that's going to be my thing for Cena and Lesnar. I'm hoping after Cena loses the title here, he starts being downplayed. Because it's been 10 years of this guy just being crammed down our fucking throats, and it makes me want to puke so much. This guy has, like, no talent for pro wrestling. He's not a very good wrestler. He's not very good at cutting promos, and he does not have all that much charisma. He really doesn't. I mean, you might be able to fool the kids who don't really know any better, but that's just because they're stupid kids, and they don't know any better. Anyways, moving on. So yeah, I'm predicting Swagger to beat Rusev in the flag match. Move a little bit closer here. Up next I have, of course, the match between Chris Jericho and Bray Wyatt. I don't care who wins. I don't care. But I'm going to predict Bray, just because Jericho already won once. Bray needs to get the win back, and they're probably going to want to continue the feud. And so this will probably go to the next pay-per-view, where Bray will win again to finish the feud, hopefully. Again, don't know, don't care. Also, both of the Wyatts, Harper and Rowan, are banned from ringside during this match because of the two matches that Jericho won, one against each member of the Wyatt family. So yeah. Also, I suppose the Wyatts could potentially be another potential opponent team for the Usos in the tag title thing, which could possibly happen on the pre-show. Again, don't know, don't care. Moving on. Oh yeah, I said Bray was going to win, right? That's my prediction. Bray's probably going to win this one. Moving on, we have the Divas title match between Paige and defending champion AJ Lee. Pretty sure Paige is going to win this. She'll win here. She'll probably win the rematch tomorrow night or the next night on Raw. And that'll probably wrap up the feud between Paige and AJ. And then AJ's probably going to disappear. She'll go off to live her married life with Punk, and we'll be right back to where we started, with nothing but two decent divas in the Divas division, Paige and Natalya, and the rest of them either being trash or just barely passable. I cannot wait until they start bringing up some new girls from NXT. I really need to get into watching NXT. But yeah, either way, like I said, I'm predicting Paige. She should win this here. And this is the feud that she needed with AJ to get her pushed into that, upper crust, before, after she won the title from AJ, and AJ just kind of disappeared, and Paige was having all these matches with all the other divas, and feuding mini feuds with all these other little divas. She just felt like she was spinning her wheels. It was pointless. We know she's better by virtue of the fact she beat AJ, who had already beaten all of the other divas. And then they're like, oh, you're just a rookie. I'm just a rookie. You bitches are still green as goat shit. You don't get to call anybody a rookie, okay? Except Eva Marie. She's the only one you can call a rookie, because she is a rookie. A complete rookie. Moving on. We covered the Divas title match. Up next, our second title match, the Intercontinental title match between Dolph Ziggler and defending champion, The Miz. Fuck. I have Ziggler as my prediction here, but I'm really not too sure about that one because they love doing this. Ziggler's going to win. No, he's not. They tease us with the Ziggler thing. You know, they know we want to see this guy win matches. We want to see him on the show. We want to see him get pushed. And just when they're right about to give us something, they take it away. And it's just like them sticking this big middle finger right in our faces. And it's so horrible. This guy is one of the most talented guys you have. He's good. And the people like him. You know, it used to be, back in the old days, when people liked you, they'd give you a push. You know, you're really popular with the crowd, so here's a push, kid, you know. It ain't like that today. It's who kisses the most ass. Who sucks the most dick. Sickening. I'm not sucking anybody's cock or kissing anybody's ass to get a push. And I think that's the mentality that Ziggler has, which is why he doesn't get pushed. He's just going to keep going out there night after night, putting on probably the best match on the fucking card, showing up everybody else that you put out there in that ring. I remember back, I don't remember how long ago, it's been several months, he would get done with his match and on his way back up the ramp he'd be like, follow that! And I'm like, yes, this guy is that damn good. But they won't push him because they're stupid. Oh, he doesn't kiss our asses. We can't push him. He doesn't do enough Make-A-Wish stuff. He doesn't do enough... That shit isn't necessary. Make-A-Wish. Don't get me wrong, that's nice, you know, that a lot of these guys do the Make-A-Wish thing, you know. Make these kids happy before they die. It's nice of them to do that, and I understand that Cena is the one who does the most. That's PR shit, though. I can't stand Cena in the ring, which is what really counts. Ziggler gets it done in the ring, and he blows just about everybody else on the roster away. There's only few other guys who can top him or be in the same league or even close. I'm not trying to overhype the guy. There are guys who were better than him and who are better than him as far as in-ring performers and, cutting promos and stuff, but he's still one of the best they have, and they still refuse to push him. It's just fucking jealousy at this point. It's like, yeah, he's good, but he doesn't like us, and he won't kiss our asses, so fuck you, we're not gonna push you. I just can't follow that logic. It's asinine. It really is. I'm getting off track again. I think I still will stick with Ziggler as my prediction here. They just they've been building him up over the last few weeks going into this match. Since the last pay-per-view when Ziggler almost won the frickin' Intercontinental title in the Battle Royal, only to have it snatched away by The Miz, who was playing chicken shit coward on the outside the whole match. I think I just inhaled something. Sorry about that. I'm still going to predict Ziggler. Like I said, they've been building him up. It would be stupid for them to not have him win at this point. Unless they're trying to drag the feud out another month. Which I guess they could be. So I'm probably wrong here, but I'm going to predict Ziggler. Moving on. Next I have up here is our big grudge match between Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, the Lumberjack match. The Lumberjack stipulation is, yeah, but I want to see this match. But I would have rather just seen a basic match. Or maybe like a hardcore type of match, like an Extreme Rules or something. You know, let those two guys go out there and put on a fucking great match. You might be able to get them to have something that could rival Ziggler and The Miz. Because I hate to say it, Ziggler and The Miz is probably going to be the best match of the night. Ambrose and Rollins could be okay, but since it's a lumberjack match, it probably won't be that good. Like I said before, lumberjack matches usually suck. Because it's basically just the heel throwing the face out of the ring on the heel side where the heel lumberjacks are, so that they can beat the shit out of the face, and then throw him back in so the heel can keep beating on him. And that's probably what's going to happen here. You know, Ambrose might get his licks in, you know, whacking Rollins and then throwing him out on the face side once or twice. But then it's almost guaranteed Rollins will start throwing Ambrose out the other side of with the heels. They'll beat the shit out of Ambrose. And they will probably have been given special instructions by the Authority, paid probably. Beat the piss out of Ambrose for us. We want Rollins to win this match. And that's probably what will happen. Dean will get thrown out. The heels will beat the shit out of him. They'll throw him back in. Rollins will hit the fucking blackout, the curb stomp, and he'll get the win. And yeah, that's my prediction. My prediction is Rollins is going to win this. But it'll be in a cheap, dirty heel fashion. And so the feud will continue for another month. Until we can finally get a basic match between these two. Or something more good for, like, ending the feud. Something final. Like, probably the best way to do it would be to have either a ladder match or a TLC match between these two, with the Money in the Bank thing on the line. Because honestly, Rollins doesn't need to have the Money in the Bank. He's Triple H's bitch boy. He's part of the Authority. They could give him a title match whenever the fuck they want. He doesn't need the contract. Yeah, you can't cash it in on a wounded champion. Which champion is Rollins? If Lesnar wins the title, or should I say when Lesnar wins the title, Rollins ain't gonna beat him. There's not a fucking chance in hell of that happening. You would have to shoot Brock with a rocket launcher to even come close to beating him. As Rollins, that is. Like, seriously, jeez, But having Ambrose with the Money in the Bank, that would be interesting. You have this crazy, the lunatic fringe, whatever they want to call him. They have this crazy lunatic guy with a contract that says he can cash this in at any time for a world title shot. Or the WWE World Heavyweight title. Let's just call it the world title. So, yeah, you've got this crazy guy with this contract he can cash in at any time for your main title. And you have no clue when he's going to cash it in. Crowd would love that shit. Every time. How many times did they tease it when Ziggler had the Money in the Bank thing? And every time he came out to tease a cash in, the crowd, yes! Popping like crazy, you know? It'd be the same thing for Ambrose. It would be great. That's probably where this feud is going to go, or at least I hope that's where this feud goes between Ambrose and Rollins. Because like I said, Rollins doesn't need it. Triple H could give him a title match whenever the fuck. Just like, you know what? Here's a consolation prize for you, Rollins. You lost the Money in the Bank contract. I'm just going to give you a title match anyways. You know? Although I don't know, if Rollins did lose the contract to Ambrose, that might, Triple H may be disappointed in Rollins and punish him for it. That you lost that thing to this crazy motherfucker. That puts us in a really bad position, Seth. So, we're going to have to punish you. I don't know. But yeah, as I said, my prediction for the Lumberjack match is Rollins. He'll find some cheap, dirty heel way to win, and he'll win. He'll have a lot of help from the heel Lumberjacks on the outside, and God only knows who else. And Triple H may end up being one of the fucking Lumberjacks. And he beat the piss out of Ambrose. He'll have his fists all taped up and just... Fuck you, Triple H. You need to stay the hell out of the ring. And off screen, too. I don't want to see your ugly face anymore. Moving on. Up next, we have the third member of the Shield. Former member, I guess. Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton. Now, this match is really interesting to me because this is basically going to be the litmus test for Roman Reigns to see if he is capable of putting on a decent match with other people. You know, most of the other matches they've had him in so far have been either tag team matches with the Shield. They had him in the Fatal 4-Way match for the title, which was the last pay-per-view. Yeah, I think that was Battleground. I'm not sure. And before that, he was in the Money in the Bank pay-per-view where he was in the ladder match with 5 other guys. So they haven't really given him a solid one-on-one match yet with somebody who's a really competent worker like Randy. Now, you can say whatever you want about Randy Orton. Oh, he's boring. Shut up. Orton is one of the best in-ring workers they have right now. The guy is very good. And his promos, despite being a little dry at times and maybe a little on the monotonous or boring side, they fit his character. He's the Viper. He's supposed to be cold, calculating, ruthless. Tell me that doesn't fit his gimmick. The boring, monotonous promos. I don't know what you want from this guy. I mean, yeah, it's a little boring and monotonous. That's his gimmick. He is a cold, calculating, ruthless motherfucker who will wreck your shit and ruin your whole week if he feels like it. That's the Viper. But yeah, this is the litmus test for Roman Reigns. If he can go in there with Randy, and if the two of them can put on a good match together, then there's going to be bigger things in Roman's future. I think even the officials in the WWE, the higher ups, the writers, the stuff like that, they're going to be paying very close attention to this match. If it doesn't go very well, this could be the end of Roman's push. I hate to say that, but he better be on his game during this match. I'm hoping for him, Roman. I'm hoping for you. Go in there, put on a good match. It really shouldn't be all that hard. You're in there with Randy. The guy is a ring general, basically. He is that good. Okay? People recognize him as such. The guy can basically go in there and put on a good match with damn near anybody, unless they absolutely suck. Now, even if the match is terrible, they could probably brush it off as, oh, he had a bad night, But either way, the way the feud's going, I think Reigns has to go over here. So, that's my prediction. I'm predicting Roman will win this match. Hopefully we'll see some new moves out of him, or at least some moves he hasn't done in a while. Maybe he'll bust out a power bomb. Go back to the triple bomb from the Shield thing. Maybe Randy will be stupid and go for like a mounted 10 punches in the corner, and Reigns will grab him and just run out and power bomb the fuck out of him. You get a power bomb, you get a clothesline, you get a Superman punch and a spear. What else? The apron drop kick is his little signature thing that he does. Wondering how they're going to put some of these moves into the new WWE 2K15 game, which is coming out in November, by the way. Nice little plug for that. Sting's your pre-order bonus, I think. 2 different eras of Sting. What was it? The blonde surfer Sting, and then the original Crow Sting. Of course, they're not going to do the TNA Sting, the Joker Sting. Yeah, no. Anyways, again, I'm just kind of rambling. I have a tendency to do that. Have you noticed? Yeah, I think so. Moving on. So like I said, Rollins I'm predicting to win. Heel tactics, he'll pull it off. But the feud will keep going. We're going to see more of these two. This feud's probably going to go for a while. Nice long while. And they'll probably go through so many gimmick matches until they finally get to like the ladder match or TLC or whatever it is where Ambrose wins the contract. I don't know. Oh wait, what the fuck? I backed up quite a bit. Rollins. Okay, Rollins. I already went over that one. Roman Reigns and Orton. Yeah, I'm predicting Roman Reigns. Moving on. Last 2 matches, and this one's the doozy. The match that no one cares about. Stephanie McMahon versus Brie Bella. Really don't give a fuck about this match. I really don't. By the way, I didn't mean to offend anybody with that thing that I just did there. I wasn't trying to mock anybody. That's just my impression of this match. I'm going to want to shoot myself or hang myself after this match. It's going to suck, folks. About guaranteed. Stephanie never was a very good worker, and I doubt she's had really any time to train to actually become a good worker. Okay? And both of the Bellas, they're not really that great, but I suppose they're not awful. I still just do not see a good match happening between these two. And, not only that, I think I may have mentioned this before, a lot of people have speculated that Stephanie and the Authority will pay off Nikki Bella, or in some way convince her to turn on her sister Brie. double cross, and Nikki will turn heel, I guess joining the Authority, and that'll screw Brie out of the match, and so Stephanie will win. So, I don't know if that will happen, but I'm guessing in some way Stephanie will win. Again, she'll cheat, she'll heel tactics, some dirty bottom feeding trash bag hoe gimmick, whatever. Let's just move on before I have an aneurysm. The last match on the card, and it's I can't even really say it's the most important match. I guess it is, but I don't care about it at all. I don't give a fuck who wins this match. I'm talking, of course, about the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match between defending champion John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. As I said, I couldn't give a shit less who wins this match. I'm pretty sure Lesnar's going to win just because Cena needs to go away to finish filming up these movies, and he's got to take a break anyways, and Lesnar just needs to win this. He just got done beating The Undertaker at WrestleMania. They could not possibly be stupid enough to let the guy that beat The Undertaker's undefeated streak, let him be beaten by John Cena. I just can't fathom that. So yeah, my prediction is Lesnar. As much as I hate the motherfucker, I really think he's winning this. He'll win probably clean, and he'll probably end up injuring Cena in the process. He'll probably lock Cena in the Kimura lock and probably break Cena's arm, after which Cena will tap out like a motherfucker. Because like, ow, he broke my arm, get him off, break it. And then Cena will have to be stretchered out, and that will be the good kayfabe reason for him to disappear for a couple of months. Oh, he's out rehabbing his broken arm. So yeah, Lesnar's going to win this one, folks. I don't see anything else happening. They could not possibly be stupid enough to have Cena win. And they really need to put Brock over clean to sell the whole beast incarnate. I just beat The Undertaker's streak, folks. Nobody else should be beating him for a while. Like, they... It really puts them in an odd place with this, because no matter what, if Brock wins the title here, who can you realistically put against him that could actually beat him? And excluding Cena, because fuck Cena. Who could you realistically put against Brock and have him beat Brock after Brock beat The Undertaker's streak? Who? You would have to build somebody up ridiculously. A lot of people are already predicting Roman Reigns for that. And I'm sure, they could probably build him up like crazy. But he really needs to go out and win some other titles first. You can't just... He was tag team champions as part of the Shield. Whoop-de-doo, the tag titles are meaningless right now. You need to earn a singles title before you become the champion. That's why I really disagree with this unifying of the two titles. You know, you had the World Heavyweight title and you had the WWE title. And you had the World Heavyweight was on SmackDown mainly, and the WWE title was on Raw mainly. And that worked because it gave guys an opportunity to get a major title without it being the major title. You know, you'd have somebody win the World Heavyweight title, and if it goes well, we're like, okay, well, we can build him up a little bit more and have him go after the WWE title. That worked. And yeah, that's what the mid-card titles are supposed to be. You know, you win the Intercontinental title or the US title, and then maybe you'll go after the WWE World Heavyweight title. Well, again, that would be great in theory, but again, the prestige and value of the Intercontinental and US titles has been greatly... the value has been brought down so much over the last several years because of them just hot potatoing the title around to people. You know? Fuck's sake. Ambrose holding the US title for as long as he did was awesome because it gave the title some sort of prestige to it. However, that was hamstringed by the fact that he hardly ever defended the fucking thing. Had he defended it on a regular basis and still held it as long as he did, that would have been even better. Would have made that title look great. But again, just hot potatoing the title around to all these different guys, you're bringing the prestige and the value of these belts down to nothing. And that's just not the way you're supposed to do this. Give people nice, long reigns. Have them defend against lots of different people. Put them over. You know? And only after somebody has been built up really, really, really strongly should they be able to take that title away from the champion. Again, I'm just rambling. Predictions. Cena and Lesnar. Like I said, I'm predicting Lesnar. He has to win this. There's just no other possibility. Now, most people would be like, oh, you're stupid for not thinking Cena's going to win. Like, he always wins. Very true. I'll give you that point. But on the same token, again, Brock just ended The Undertaker's undefeated WrestleMania streak. To have him then lose to anybody would be monumentally stupid. And I know the writers that work for the WWE are pretty fucking stupid because they know nothing about pro wrestling. Most of their writers come from either Hollywood or television. They get writers from like weekly syndicated television shows. You know, shit like Buffy or Xena Warrior Princess or shit like that, you know. And while those shows had some decent action maybe, it's still different from pro wrestling. Don't care. Yeah. So I think that's basically the end of my predictions for the SummerSlam pay-per-view. Overall, I doubt the pay-per-view will be all that great. I really don't think it's going to be all that great. Paige and AJ could potentially be a good match. Even though their match at the Battleground pay-per-view, I believe was last month's pay-per-view, even though that match bombed, because I think both of them were having an off night. I don't know what it was. Their timing was off, their communication was off. They were just having a really bad night. That match, you know, Christ. Ziggler and Miz is going to be a good match. I mean, really. That should be match of the night. Almost guaranteed. Say what you want about The Miz. He's a decent in-ring performer. You know, you put him in the ring with somebody the caliber of Ziggler, it's going to be a good match. Miz will be playing his heel shtick. Don't hit me in the face. Don't hit me in the face. The money maker. Ziggler will probably spend the whole match teasing a super kick to get Miz off fucking kilter to throw him into the zigzag for the win, probably. I don't know. I always thought that a good way for Ziggler to work the zigzag would be... He used to do the sleeper hold. Ziggler. He used to do that sleeper hold. Get him in the sleeper, wear him down a bit to the point where they're completely woozy and out of it, and then let him out of it, jump up and hit the zigzag. That'd knock him out cold. And then you 1, 2, 3, and that's the match. Don't you think? It reminds me a lot of the Texas Tornado, Kerry Von Erich, from back in the early 90s. The Von Erich claw. You know, you'd get the brain claw on him, and he'd wear the guy down with that, and then his actual finishing move was a discus punch. Tornado punch, because he was the Texas Tornado. So he'd wear him down with the claw, and then... Hell, I was just watching something with this where he wears the guy down with the claw, and then he lets go of him, bounces off the ropes, spins around, and decks the guy with a punch, and that just knocks the guy out cold for the 1, 2, 3. It'd basically be the same thing. You wear him down with a signature hold, and then you immediately hit your finisher. And I think the sleeper zigzag combination works perfectly because you're already behind him doing the sleeper. You have to be behind him to do the zigzag. You wear him down, you jump up, you hit the zigzag. Bam! If you can't do something good like that, find a new finisher. I really think he should either be doing the super kick as his finisher or find something else, because the zigzag, it's okay, but it does seem kind of weak. Plus, he's been using it for a while, and people have been countering it, you know, getting into the ropes and shit, and then just kind of flinging him off. And it's so painfully obvious. You see that spot coming from a mile away. The guy gets up, he's groggy, he's on the ropes, clearly holding on to the ropes, and here comes Ziggler, I'm going to jump on you and go for it, and the dude just, get off of me. Duh. I'm pretty sure Ziggler has a college education. He was a collegiate wrestler, wasn't he? I would have to think he's smart enough to not do something that stupid. Kayfabe. Anyways, let's recap as we usually do. The pre-show, I really don't know what they're going to do. If they're even going to have a match at all, or if they're just going to just show like some recap videos, some video packages to hype up the matches. Go ahead and get that shit out of the way on the pre-show. And then just spend all the time on the pay-per-view on the matches. And maybe have a couple of short promos between the competitors, the wrestlers. You know, just right before the match. You know, have Ambrose come cut a promo. I'm going to kick your ass, Rollins, yada-da-da-da. You know, just a couple of brief, just really quick promos to, you know, we're getting ready for the match. It's up next, so we're talking with Ambrose. I'm going to kick your ass, Rollins. Those lumberjacks ain't going to help you, you know, whatever. That sort of shit, you know. We need to take this back to the old school. This new shit with all this stupid reality garbage that they've been doing, it is so not necessary. Take it back to basics, people. That's the other thing that those Hollywood writers are bringing in that's not helping. You keep bringing in all this Hollywood reality shit in, it just fucks everything up. Doesn't make anything better. But anyways, the pre-show. I predicted Fandango versus Adam Rose to happen. But yeah, I think that might actually be more accurate to have Fandango and Diego. Although they could still do Adam Rose just to fuck with people. I don't know. Let's not even let's just forget about that one. I also kind of think something with the Usos could happen, defending their titles, or promo or something. Possibly a match versus Stardust and Goldust. Anyways, the official predictions for the actual pay-per-view. I have, Jack Swagger defeating Rusev in the flag match. I have Bray Wyatt defeating Chris Jericho in their match with Harper and Rowan banned from ringside. I have Paige defeating AJ to become the new Divas champion for the second time. I have Dolph Ziggler defeating The Miz to become the new Intercontinental Champion. I think Ziggler has held the Intercontinental title before. I think he's held the U.S. title too. I'm not really sure. But yeah, I'm predicting Ziggler to defeat The Miz, become the new champion. Either that or they'll do some stupid DQ or count-out finish, whatever. The Miz will get counted out and he'll retain, but Ziggler will still win the match somehow without winning the title. That's probably what they'll do, right? Like, even on... By the way, pro tip number 1 for the writing staff in the WWE, don't have shit finishes on pay-per-views. Save those for the Raws and SmackDowns in between to build up to the pay-per-view shows. At the pay-per-views, you're supposed to have a clean, cut and dry finish. People pay to see these damn shows. You don't give them shitty finishes when they pay that much. And I know people pay to get into the arena for Raw or SmackDown, but they know what they're going into. Or they know what they're getting themselves into when they buy a ticket to Raw or SmackDown or whatever. Not only that, but they're getting 2 shows. Because you go to Raw, you get the Superstars taping before it. You go to SmackDown, you get the main event thing before it. Or maybe I got that backwards. No, yeah. Superstars with Raw and main event with SmackDown. Yeah. So yeah. But anyways, I have Ziggler winning somehow. He may not win the title, but he'll win the match. Up next after that, I have Seth Rollins beating Dean Ambrose in the Lumberjack match. Again, heel tactics or whatever. And then I have Roman Reigns defeating Randy Orton in their little match. Hopefully this one will be good. This probably could be second best match on the card. Maybe third best. Ziggler and Miz is pretty much going to be the best match. I don't see anything else coming close. Even Jericho and Bray. I don't give a fuck about either one of those two. So no matter what, I'm not going to like that match. Not really. The match that they had at the last pay-per-view was okay, but like having Jericho win out of nowhere with a code breaker. Yeah. Ziggler and Miz is going to be a pretty good match. Rollins and Ambrose could be alright, but again, it's a lumberjack match, so that brings it down quite a bit. If you just put those two in the ring in a regular match, like maybe have something like no count out, no DQ, so Rollins can't get himself out of it in a really cheap way. Just, there has to be a winner. None of this DQ or count out bullshit. No. We have to have a pinfall or a submission winner. That would be nice, but no, we got to do lumberjack. Anyways, after that I said I have Reigns defeating Randy Orton. Like I said, the way the feud is going, I think Reigns is going to win here. He pretty much has to. They're trying to build him up anyways. Having him lose to Orton at this point would just be stupid again. And then we have Stephanie beating Brie Bella. Who cares? And then Brock Lesnar beating John Cena in the main event to become the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Heavyweight Champion of the world. And I also saw just a little bit ago on Facebook, the WWE has officially changed the company logo to the new logo. They've gotten rid of the old scratch logo. Let's see, the picture was their official headquarters, the building in Stamford, Connecticut. The building had the logo up on the side of the building. They got rid of the scratch logo, and now they've got the new logo. And it's even on a flag that's on a pole, of course, next to the building. So, expect the new WWE title belt with the new logo to debut. It'll probably be either tomorrow night on, or the next night on Raw. I keep wanting to say tomorrow. It'll probably be the next night on Raw or sometime shortly thereafter. They'll have like some big coronation ceremony for Brock. You know, just to stroke his ego. Because the guy, he's in this for himself. He doesn't care about anybody else. He doesn't care about the business or anything. Whatever. That's all the predictions, folks. And I've gone damn near an hour on this shit. Yes. As I said, I don't think I'm going to do the webcam footage with the pay-per-view video. As I said, it's way too big of a file. It takes way too long to upload. So unless... I don't even think it really matters. It's going to be the same thing, me bitching about everything. Whether I'm doing it with the Earthbound footage or with the webcam. Actually seeing me. But either way, those are my predictions. We will see how many of them I got right, how many of them I got wrong. The pre-show stuff, I don't know. Maybe they'll be smart and just not do anything for the pre-show. Like I said, just do some video packages, some recap videos, have some people talking about shit, hyping stuff up. That's it. You don't need matches. You just devalue that match. You know, especially when it's a title match. You don't have title matches on your pre-show. Title matches should be on the pay-per-view. Again, that's devaluing the title. Yeah, you guys are wrestling for, say, the Intercontinental title, but we're going to bump you to the pre-show. That means Intercontinental title stock goes down. You got bumped to the pre-show, your stock goes down. So, yeah. Anyways. That's been my predictions for the SummerSlam pay-per-view for August 17th, 2014. Los Angeles, California, the Staples Center, as it is usually for the last several years now. Thank you for watching. Join us on Sunday, where I will be doing the pay-per-view results right after the show is over. So I'll be starting at about 11, obviously. So, I don't know. Anyways, thank you for watching. Join us next time, and we will see you then.